It's Aisha Jefferson with Xfinity Celebrate BlackTV.com, and I'm here with the lovely Tika Sumpter and the very talented and handsome Nelsan Ellis, who both star in the new James Brown biopic, Get On Up. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. And you?
I'm hot, but I'm good.
Now, I want to ask you, well, Nelsan, how has your ABFF experience been so far?
Wonderful. I always love coming to ABFF because you get to see films of people who look like you that you probably won't see outside of this. So ABFF gives a platform to those artists, and so I love coming here and supporting and being a part of it. I've had a couple of films here, and it's been a great experience.
Oh, good, good. And what about you, Tika?
I love the panel aspect, that people actually get to interact with the talent in these movies, and also, you know, they get to see directors that they may never, you know, haven't gotten a chance to see. So I feel like it's accessible, and I like that.
Right, and that's something that I spoke with other celebrities, and they said similar things too. Right. Now, speaking of panels, we just left the Get On Up panel that you, Nelsan, and Chadwick Boseman and Tate Taylor, the director, participated in. Were you surprised by some of the feedback that you guys received?
No. I mean, I think the film is gonna be wonderful, and so I kind of expected something to be bad. Yeah.
And what about you?
The same. I'll piggyback off of it. It's going to be an amazing film. So, and I'm excited for Bobby Bird.
My brother actually went to one of the test screenings. Yeah, and he said, "Dude, that effing film is amazing."
Now, for those who may be unfamiliar, could you tell them a little bit about the character you play and their influence in James Brown's life?
I play Yvonne Fair, and I'm one of his lovers, and in his very complex love life, and I represent the women in and out of his life who thought, you know, they saw this talented man and they were intrigued by him, and he was a little more complex and more to handle than they probably thought it would be. So I play one of his lovers.
I love how you how PC that was, very complex love life. I love that. And what about you, Nelsan?
I play Bobby Bird, his best friend.
Right.
He and Bobby co-wrote some songs together. They were business partners. He was a talent scout for him, and he was the rock in his life. They grew up together.
Right.
James Brown came and lived with Bobby Bird and his family when he was 16, and they've been together ever since. They obviously, at some point, broke apart, but remained friends. And I think, you know, they so loved each other. You know, James Brown died in, was it 2006?
So around that time, yeah.
And Bobby Bird died literally a year after he died. I think he was like, I can't live without him.
Right. I gotta go.
I got to go.
Now, is there anything that you learned about James Brown that you didn't know previously? That you learned, you know, since completing the movie?
I didn't know about him growing up in a brothel. I didn't know that, and I didn't know that his parents were so dysfunctional. You know, so I think a lot of people are gonna be able to, relate to the movie because of that. And what I love about it is that you get a bigger picture of who James Brown was. It's not just this one mugshot moment, you know. And even with all of his lovers, you know, I got a better understanding of why, because of his past. So I get it now, and I kind of understand. No, it's okay.
And he has some mama issues a little bit. I think we see that.
We all kind of have some issues.
Yeah, we do. We do. What about you? What about you, Nelsan?
I learned a lot, but the most traumatic thing that I learned that I didn't know happened is his mother situation. I saw a documentary and Bobby Bird was in it, and he said the day that his mother showed up at the Apollo Theater, and he hadn't seen her in over 20 years. Bobby Bird said that was a bad day. He said that wasn't a good day when she showed up. It wasn't a good day. James Brown took care of her, but he said when she showed up and and he haven't seen her, and he just, it was very traumatic to him. And I was like, because you see the heart and soul of James Brown in his music and his performance, but you don't see the heart and soul of James Brown as the man. And that was one of the things that I was like, wow. Because I got mama issues too. And I was like,
Right. Now, speaking, we're talking about James Brown, an icon. We lost someone else legendary recently, Ruby Dee. Could you guys just speak on maybe if you've met her before, or if you have, or the influence she may have had in your life?
I've never met Ruby Dee, but I think she impacted actors in general, not, especially African Americans, and her husband. Yeah, I mean, Raisin in the Sun, I mean, she's just a brilliant actress. And not only that, for me, I know her more for I know her activism, and she's inspiring, and, she'll be missed, sure.
And you know Saul?
I've never met her, no. But she's impacted my life as an actor. I mean, watching her work, because I'm a thief. I like to watch great actors and steal their techniques and they tricks. And she's one of the people I was like, I'm gonna take that, put that in my belt, and use that one day, because she was so powerful.
Right, and that's something Felicia Rashad has shared with me also, just watching her and how powerful she is on stage and everything.
Yeah, she's like, Viola's like her.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Viola has that presence and that power and that regality.
Yes.
And I mean, she's a walking brick. She's just strong. So yeah.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.